It is Seattle.
Yep.
I know sometimes, Seattle's kind of like in the shadows as far as the high school football talent over there. But, how do you feel playing such a competitive environment over there helps you play here at ASU?
Shout out to the Metro League, toughest league in Washington, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
We had guys that are going Power 5 on pretty much every single team. So, just being cultivated in that environment, especially being at a competitive school like O'Day, where we continue to pump out Division I guys. I feel like it gave me a unique opportunity that a lot of kids in the state don't get. And then you pair that with doing travel and select football with FSP and things like that. I feel like it just helped elevate my game to a new level. But, at the end of the day, a big tribute to, the competition that I played in Washington for, I feel like my quick start in my development here.
I know it's been just about 7 practices in fall camp, but is there one skill, one aspect, Jason, you feel like you really improved on a lot from day one until today?
Definitely my blitz pickup and some of my route running. If you didn't watch my tape, I don't have a single reception. That's a pretty common trend of my career. So adding the receiving game to my bag of tricks is a big attribute that I feel like I'm gaining here with Coach Aguano and his assistants.
We can sit here and talk for an hour about how deep this running back group is. As a freshman coming in, how much do you think that's helping you so far?
It's just helping me compete. Looking up to guys that, I'm pretty sure every other back in the room has started a college game, if I'm not mistaken. So, that's a pretty competitive room to be in, probably one of the most competitive in the country, if not the most competitive. So, just being around those guys and seeing how those guys work, them being veterans, whether that's only a year older than me or some guys 2-3, Cam's out of here, DeCarlos is out of here next year. But just, watching the way that they work and the way that they, approach the game and how they study and how they take notes, all that kind of stuff is just helping my development and how fast I'm picking up things. And it's been a big jump from day one to now.
I was just talking to Guano, and he said that you guys spend a lot more time helping each other than you do compete. How have you guys helped each other a lot throughout this preseason?
A lot of times it's really just going over the playbook and going over film and things like that, whether that's, before or after practice, sometimes before bed and things like that. Just the guys making sure that they're reminding me, keep your energy up. You got this. Make sure that I'm competing every single day and making sure that I'm giving it my all.
What have some of your best experiences been in Tempe so far?
Best experience so far in Tempe, on or off the field?
Both. Let's go both.
All right, on the field, honestly today. I take every day as a new learning experience. I take everything day by day. So, hopefully my next day is my best day. That's kind of how I see it. Just continuing to develop and get better. And off the field, I'll probably say within my first 2 weeks, it was me and all the other freshman football players. We would just hang out and chill in each other's dorms and, go around and eat froyo. And now that we're in fall camp, we don't really have the luxury to sit around in our room. So it's definitely something that I wish I would have took more full advantage of.
What's the go-to froyo flavor?
The go-to? I usually mix it up. But probably the orange cream. I like the orange cream, and then you put the little shark gummies in there.
What was the reaction like getting up here yesterday from some of the guys that haven't been here? What your first impressions of Camp T?
Me, I know a lot of guys, they were a little like, oh man, I don't know. I came here with the biggest smile on my face ever. I've never been camping before. So I was so excited to go camping, you don't understand. So when I got here and I ran into the dorm or the little bunks, and then I seen those 3 bugs stuck on top of each other and dirt everywhere and bugs. I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I wanted. So, I popped down on the bottom bunk, plugged my fan in, set up my bed, and shoot, I've been enjoying it ever since.
I asked Jake if he got a s'more last night. He said, no, they ran out of chocolate. They didn't get one. Did you get a s'more?
Yeah, I had my first s'more yesterday, too.
Your first?
Yeah, I made a jumbo one. It was 4 graham crackers, the whole Hershey's. I probably took all the chocolate. It's probably on me, but it was definitely a great experience, sitting down and really just hearing the guys' stories and really talking to them. And it gave me a deeper appreciation for the running back room and, Coach Aguano, and just, it gave me a better understanding of why we're here and why we're doing what we do.
Any sleep last night? Did anybody get any sleep?
In 45-minute increments. Whether it was people snoring because there's 40 dudes in a room, or I heard a couple people's heads bang on the door. It was a rough night, but I woke up ready to go. So.
No practical jokes though last night. Anybody do anything?
The upperclassmen came in a little after hours, but we won't dive into too much into that.
So you think not everyone relished this as much as you did last night?
Nah. Actually, some of the people that, were coming back, they had a better, outlook and perspective on it because they kind of know the tips and tricks on how to operate in this place. So I was just really more asking them, and they made me feel more comfortable in the situation. But a lot of the other freshmen that, hadn't been here, they're like, bro, oh my gosh, we just moved in, because we just moved into our new dorm. So they're like, bro, I just moved in, bro. What? Like, everybody was stressing out. I was like, bro, listen, it's camping, bro. I never did this. I'm excited.
Does it feel different when you're walking down here and you walk onto the field with all the big trees around you?
I mean, yeah. Like I said, it just kind of reminds me of home a little bit. I seen it rain yesterday. It rained a little bit this morning. So waking up, I had a big smile on my face, and I was just really excited to come out here and work. I wish it would have rained a little bit during practice, but I mean, I'm definitely happy to be out here, and it's honestly a beautiful place, a beautiful experience, and I'm happy. I feel like I had a successful day one, and I can't wait to keep growing.
What's been your most memorable or most important part about working with ShanAguano so far?
I came from a pretty simplified offense. We ran the veer and power I, so really just learning how to be a complete back, and really him just taking me under his wing and helping me out, and really just making sure that I'm straight. I've had a pretty rough transition when it came from moving to home to here. Whether it was like football, I've played with the same kids my whole life. My senior class, out of the 22 starters, 17 of them I've been playing with since we were little kids. So, just coming to a new environment and jumping into something new, I feel like he's been a big building block on, why I've been able to thrive and stay happy here, and honestly a reason why I feel like I'll be successful here in the near future.
It's pretty deep running back room, huh?
Definitely.
What is it like when you've got so many good running backs and there's only one ball?
I mean, it's competitive. It's a learning process. I'm a freshman, so I'm on the learning curve right now. I have a lot of ground to make up, whether that's mentally, physically, getting a little bit bigger, faster, stronger. But I feel like all the guys, have been doing their best to, assist me with that and make sure that I keep my confidence and, just reminding me that I deserve to be here. And I couldn't be more appreciative than that.
Are you a Seahawks fan since you're from Seattle?
I'm a Seahawks fan when the Seahawks are on. I'm an Eagles fan, though.
Eagles, how did that happen?
When I picked up Madden 15 when I was a little kid, my first video game, it was the only team that would allow the running back to have a single-digit number. So
that's pretty good.
So now if you go back to my room in Seattle, a whole bunch of Eagles memorabilia. I went on eBay. Throughout my whole life, just been buying a whole bunch of stuff.
Have you at all modeled any of your game after some of the Eagles running backs that you've seen?
Not really. I kind of model my game after more backs that I've seen more locally. Like, I grew up watching Myles Gaskin, who went to UW, who's now in the NFL, and he's a big mentor for me. So I grew up really watching him and trying to emulate my game after him. LaDainian Tomlinson is my favorite back all the time. So, I really just try and emulate his game and his physicality and the way that he gets in and out of cuts and things like that. And then, of course, the Reggie Bushes, the Barry Sanders, guys that make people miss. That's something that I do need to add to my game that I feel like I'm lacking a little bit. But, as soon as I get those things in my bag, I feel like I'll be a more complete back.
Did you kind of feel like you were a little bit behind the curve since you weren't here in the spring?
A tad bit. Even now, I'm still learning the playbook. I'm still trying to learn how to flow through everything. Like I said, I feel like today was my best day, and tomorrow hopefully it'll be an even better day. But at the end of the day, I feel like the first 3 days I was more mentally in my head, like, dang it, I don't get it, so I was making more mistakes. Now it's more focus on your development, improve. With all the depth that we have at the running back position, there is no pressure for me to be the best back in the country. Of course that's my goal, and of course that's who I want to be, and that's who I model myself to be, and that's how I approach the game. But at the end of the day, there's no pressure on that. So once I took the pressure off myself and just decided to learn and really grow with the experience itself, I feel like I've been flowing through.
Did you think about going to Washington since you're from there?
Of course, it's the hometown school. It's a lot of persuasion from people around me. Whether it was, even sometimes the refs during the games, like, hey man, go, you dub, go Dogs. Just little stuff like that. But at the end of the day, our college decision, and I say our as in me and my family, our college decision was fully based off of relationship development and how I can thrive in the future, not only on but off the field. And I feel like with Coach Aguano and the rest of the staff support, I feel like he's grown to a better man and a better football player as well.
What are you majoring in?
Broadcast journalism.
Why did I know that? Why did I know that? Because you're true freshmen aren't this.
He's in the process of applying for an internship with us. Right?
Are you serious?
I'm trying. Let me get right. I'm telling you. I'm trying. After the football season?
Where does that come from? Is that just something that comes naturally to you?
Well, my mom always had the belief in her head that I was going to be a star. So we used to go through mock interviews every single night. And then after like all my like little league basketball games, football games, track meets, she'd be like, okay, so today I'm here with Jason Brown, and how do you feel about your performance today? I'd be like, I feel good. No, make sure you use bigger words. So shout out to my mom for that. This is all her doing.
That's so funny. You're awesome. He's awesome.
He is.
I got a feeling as you get going, you're going to be the go-to interview.
Man, I hope so.
You like Tempe? I know you haven't been here that long, but what is your take on kind of now where you're hopefully going to be home for 4 years, 5 years?
I mean, you know, at first it was a little rough because it's not home. It's 40 degrees hotter on the average. I think I've experienced 3 drops of rain. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's home for me now. And home is the people that make it. And I feel like a lot of the people here, not only have I rallied behind them, but they rally behind me and have been helping support me. And, you know, it's a great place for my parents to come visit. My siblings.
Easy in. SeaTac to Sky Harbor. That's pretty easy.
2 hours and 15 minutes.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, my siblings are excited to come down. Grandparents, everybody's excited to come down.
Lots of flights.
Yeah.
So,
Is there anybody on the team that's kind of been good in like helping you ease that transition?
I feel like it's been a little bit from everybody. But definitely relying on my teammate Cayenne, who was my teammate not only in Little League, we played together since we were 6, but even in high school through here. You know, he's helped me with the transition just because he's always reminded me, like, nah, bro, like, you've always been that guy, bro. You've always been the guy to step up to the occasion. You've always been the guy to work your ass off. So, you know, just him reminding me of that, even though it seems kind of blurred right now just because I'm not doing the things that I want to be doing on the field. You know, he's been a big support for me. And then a couple of the other freshmen and things like that. And then, of course, the other running backs and Coach Guano.
Did you guys have conversations about coming here together?
Yeah, because I committed before him. So, and he still had some OVs to go on. So I remember I called the coach at ASU. I'm like, how bad y'all want him? They're like, we want him. I was like, he's not taking another visit. He's coming to ASU. I remember, literally, it was during school. I'm on the 1st floor. I walk all the way up to the 4th floor, walk in his classroom. I'm like, hey, you're gonna go on your official to ASU this weekend, and you're gonna commit. I was like, I'm telling you, this is exactly where you want to be. And then he called me when he first got down there. He was like, bro, you're right. There's no place like it. So he committed there soon after, and now we're teammates again.
So what coach was it that you called and you told him he's coming?
Coach Dilly.
Oh, Kenny, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So he's a broadcaster, he's a recruiter. He can do anything, man. That's awesome.
Seriously,